Sorry, phone call. Sorry.
I didn't know you were streaming.
Yeah.
Guests.
All right. So the cops came through and handed out more eviction notices, and then when they got to this part of the park, like over, I'll recap for people who are just joining too. So, so this is the information tent, or it occupied Berkeley, not occupy San Francisco, in case you're wondering. So it was right around. Oh, it was here. Damn, why can't there be a better lit park now? Okay, so when they were going around handing out eviction notices again, they got to this tent where nobody was inside. They knocked on it, they waited a few seconds, and then when nobody was inside, they just decided to drag this person's shit away while they weren't here.
Are you fucking serious?
No, and everybody's like, why the fuck are you taking their shit? We thought we had till 10 to move our stuff. And the cop's just like, it's none of your concern. And everybody's getting in the cops' faces and like, and then Worth of the World, she's just like, no, I want an explanation. The cop went and basically tried to push her to the ground. Yeah. Uh, Her stream froze and I hadn't got my stream up and running yet. I was going to video it in high def, but it wasn't looking good enough. And I'm like, no, I should just go live right now.
Fucking assholes.
How dare he do that shit?
So they just took it?
Yeah, so they just hauled it off. They didn't even open it. So they weren't guilty of illegal search, just illegal seizure.
Jesus Christ. That fucking sucks.
So this is where the tent was that the cops just dragged away because nobody was in it. So I mean there was a ton of stuff, and it looks like this person's been here for quite a while. So their whole life was probably in that tent that is the first to be confiscated apparently so far. They just decided since she wasn't there that they could take her shit. I'm assuming it's her, possibly not.
Well, you see some Uggs over there.
Some Uggs. Well, at least they left her boots or his boots and the clothes next to the thing. But anything that was in the tent, gone, confiscated. They wouldn't answer questions as to whether it would be held. They're just like, it wasn't your shit. Then why the fuck do you care? And sort of was their attitude, not what they said, but that was basically.
Because we care about other people, asshole.
Strange conflict.
Crystal knocked.
So where's Worth of the World?
Yeah, I want to meet
She's
her.
over trying to file a complaint against the cop that shoved her.
Is she at the police station?
Yeah, she's trying to file a complaint right now.
We should go fucking film that shit, dude. Not in person,
She's awesome. She's like all up in everybody's face too. I love it.
Actually, I might have. I just.
The cops came through last night and said that we will be evicting anyone who's camping here starting now at 10 o'clock.
Aren't you city council?
Yes.
So how come I know that you guys were trying to deny mutual aid to Oakland, so why are they now coming down on Occupy Berkeley?
We did not deny mutual aid. We denied mutual aid to.
Well, I know I saw you on the news saying that you wanted to.
UC Berkeley, and we're looking at
To
a mutual
Cal.
aid policy in general, whether it makes sense to really respond to situations when there's First Amendment activity. I don't.
So other than what we've been seeing propagated on the news about, they're across the street smoking pot across from a high school or something, what other reasons are they giving after being so supportive of this camp? Why are they actually coming down on them now?
Well, I never got any official.
It's like San Francisco, they don't tell you
notice
guys
or
anything?
information about the city's plans to remove
So it's other.
the encampment, so I can't really say why the city just decided today that they're going to do this. I've asked that they postpone the removal of the encampment.
Well, they've already started ahead of time right now. You saw that.
So,
What is your name, sir?
Jesse, Arreguin?
Jesse.
Yeah. So.
But thank you for being down here. I mean, when we've got supervisors in
That's
San
cool.
Francisco who've been
And I think,
supporting us and everything.
I think we need. There are issues. Some people don't feel safe, and we have to address that.
I got a little bit of it with my camera when I first arrived, and I'm like, but I'm Occupy Press.
I think that anybody who's in the park or the community, we should be creating a safe environment. But at the same time, I don't think immediate eviction is the right approach.
That's what I wondered because, we've been here for 60 days and I was looking for help to get rid of
Seems
it.
to be the national shelf life on welcoming by
So I will
cities.
say this, that no city council member was informed of the plans. Was not.
No, the same in San
By
Francisco,
city
same in
staff.
Oakland.
Can you guys help us tonight?
Well,
wanna get hurt.
I've talked to the city manager this afternoon, and I had asked that they actually not proceed with the removal, and they said that they're still intending to do it.
I
Unfortunately,
mean, I looked up two
So,
case laws, and
so
it
does
looks
this
like we have
insinuate to you that
rights.
orders are coming from above the city level now? That's
Yeah,
what
for
I've been
sure.
reading into it for quite a while.
I don't know who. I mean, city manager gave the order. Obviously, what went into making that decision, I don't know honestly. I wish we were. I wish we knew. I wish they told us.
Is the council doing anything? I mean, you're here, and thank you.
Yeah.
But is the council doing anything?
Well, some councilors aren't even in town because of the holiday.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's interesting.
And
That's interesting.
The
that
blockage
they
over here on
and
the
nobody,
street is till
no
12:30.
council member was
They
actually
don't know that-
informed
Right.
of the city's plans to remove.
notice they-
You know, I heard from
There's no
people in the
parking center
community.
until the end of
Chris
the street.
Worthington heard from people in the
So they're
community.
intending to go to war with us.
Nobody in city staff had contacted us and said, "Hey,
But so you're not
we're gonna
among
do this."
yourselves. You're not having a conversation.
A year.
Well, we can't. We there are people that aren't even in town, so we can't even schedule a meeting. We don't. Our next meeting is in January, so.
We didn't have enough
Well, can
time
you
to like.
You
have
have a lot of
Could
privileges,
you
man.
hold a meeting
Because we have
here
the right to get
without
rid
a
of
quorum?
any.
Could you try and get folks to show up?
They should
So,
be
I know Chris will be here
mother.
this
I know,
evening.
I'm sure Chris will.
And they
I don't. Max
Not
Anderson
on
is in the
vacation.
hospital. Pneumonia. He's been a very strong supporter of Occupy Cal, so.
Well, even as a gesture, might it make sense to
I
try
mean,
and call?
I've been trying to talk to the city management about this, and you know, I'm gonna be around.
This is
see
Miles.
what
He's
happens
on
tonight.
You're the new guy on the council.
Yeah, and this is my district. I represent this part.
Oh, this is your district,
So,
okay.
So don't you get some say in what goes down here?
I mean,
Apparently
we
not.
should, but you know,
Are you going to be out here with us when the stormtroopers come?
I should be around. Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
I
Thank
want
you
to see.
very
I
much.
want to see what's going on.
Thank you.
They already took people's stuff
Has
right off the
Bates-
camp.
People's
I
stuff.
told them not to
Has
open
Bates
it up
said anything?
because they need a warrant to open it up, and then they proceeded to just seize the whole thing and walk down the street, like stealing somebody's tent. We didn't know whose tent it was either, but they came out, they picked it out, and then
They got
like,
issues like to like they got issues like this
around.
No, they went around and
picked it
tried to give eviction notices to everybody who was in their tent, and when there
Oh, I
wasn't
see, they
when there
went
wasn't
to
somebody
the
in the tent,
Oh, okay.
they just
So you're
decided to
invited
take the
Come
tent.
at the front with announcements.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just here
You're just.
to listen. And
Well,
be
it
in
might be.
solidarity,
It might be helpful to make an announcement from if you want to share what you know. You might. You
The
know.
very little.
So if you're just joining us, this is one of the Berkeley City Council members who's come down here to show support. He's also been an outspoken in opposition to Berkeley PD lending mutual aid to Occupy Cal and Occupy Oakland, and their brutal policies against the protesters in those cities. So he's come out here in support of us and to be a legal observer as to how we're going to be treated tonight when Berkeley PD comes in. But if how they've been already since I've been here for the last hour or two, we've got a little bit to worry about because they seem to be pretty much dicks. So that's my official opinion.
Meet your neighbor.
So let me separate my stream so that I've got the city council guy with a title. All right, I'll be right back.